Don't settle for that little thing. Many of us are suffering from settlement, arrivability, arrivism. Yeah, the first day you made 100 million, you thought Jesus was coming back the next day. You didn't even go to church. And I'm talking about shillings.
Amen.
Wow.
Wow.
I mean, it's interesting. Yeah, how we sabotage our journeys by little, small goals, which once we achieve, we throw away all the principles, we forget the vision, we forget where we came from, we forget where we're going, and we settle somewhere. And that's why we are still waiting for your businesses to be on the stock market. On the London Stock Exchange, Nairobi Stock Exchange, Uganda Securities Exchange. When are we having a BLN business on there? That's the challenge I've given Pastor Chris. I'm like, until we have a business. Yes, I mean, if we can't even get sound, you can. Until we have a business from here on the stock market, we have not succeeded. Because stock market, by the time people buy, a lot of regulatory things, you've put them in order, and people trust your brand. And I think for me, that's the mark. That might be the mark of success for this entity, BLN and School of Practical Business. When one day I want to buy from your company, and I just pick up the phone, tap an app, and get shares off the stock market. Yeah, without having to talk to your auntie. Are we together? Are you still around? You know that scripture? You are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hidden. Can you imagine Jesus called you a city? Now you see yourself as a villager, but Jesus said you are. In other words, when you go to the village, the city has entered the village. When you show up at work in your office, a city has you. Now, if where you work, electricity can go off and then you stay off. You tell the customers, today we can't work on your hair because power is off. You say things like the system is off. Can you imagine being on an airplane, then the system goes off? What a shock. A city. Jesus calls you a city. What do you see yourself as? Because I can tell you, you're manifesting what you're seeing. You'll only seize what you see. When we come to your business premises and we look at it, we are seeing the manifestation of what you have been able to see on the inside. We are around. I know I'm waiting to talk about finances. I'm going to talk about finances, but money is a reward for solving problems. Money is not the point. Money is the result. Money is the result. Yeah. The other day they said Elon Musk became a trillionaire. And then because the stock market was settling down after all the entry of SpaceX, he finally settled down to around 920 billion. Meaning just the settlement was a loss of about $80 billion. just to settle down. Do you know how much time you need to spend $1 trillion if you spent $1 million a day? If you spent $1 million every day, just buy me this, buy me that, 1 million every day, you would need 2,700 years to finish $1 trillion. I'm giving this example to tell you money is not the point. Your current net worth, how much? First sit down, first sit down. If you are spending $1 million a day, how many years would you need? $1 million, not shillings. Shillings. Fellas, you're going to have to settle for one thing and stay there because we are still experiencing turbulence and the pilot is wondering. You know that they've suspended the serving of meals and drinks because the plane, yeah. Oh. So please settle down so we can serve. Chicken or beef? That reveals where you're seated. You know, I was telling them that we are going to China, and it's business leaders network. So we should not surprise the airline, by having everyone in economy. When it's a business, there's business class for business people. Hey, what a shock. Are we okay? Are you enjoying the class? Look, even if you don't understand anything, at least you should enjoy. It will be unfortunate. All you do is enjoy, but what to do?
Amen.
Hey, put on some monitor because all the sound is coming from there, so I'm shouting and I don't even know it. Put on this speaker here, and then we'll get going. Check. Are you people? All right. Now, so I was saying, what was I saying? You are created to enlarge, expand. Please, I beg you, don't die in that kiosk. You know, when I was young, there used to be a certain village before our village, and there was a guy who used to sell goat's meat from a kiosk. Huh? Raw goat's meat. Uncle D is laughing because he knows the place. When we were young, primary, that's a few years ago. So I think 2 years ago, last year, I was driving by. Then I remembered, oh, there used to be this goat kiosk. So I slowed down when I reached the area and looked there. I tell you what, there was still an old kiosk selling goat's meat. Now, you could say at least he has stayed. No. The Bible doesn't acknowledge that as faithfulness. The guy who had 1 talent, after some time, they threw him out. I mean, after all these years, that guy should have built a value chain of goat meat. Should have been selling, it should have been franchised. There should have been a brand, you know, something. But it was still the same method, the same, everything the same. Only now he had competition because there were 2 other kiosks also now selling goat. And as bad as it sounds, some of you are on that journey right now. Say, you're doing the same thing. The only thing changing is your age. Now, even me sometimes I wonder why I speak like this. But the other day I went to a church. The pastor had built a nice large church and he wanted me to really go and preach there. So when I reached there, he told me the full story. He had come for pastors' mentorship, where some of these pastors are. We meet like once a month, talk our pastorship things, how do you grow? He said, I annoyed him so much on the first time. He said, I will never come back here. I'm not going to talk to this man until I've built a church building. Because I spoke in a way that I think revealed that he wasn't serious. Although I didn't know. It wasn't personal. I was just talking the way like I'm talking now. And some of you may be like, I'll never come back here until... Before I knew it, I was being invited. Nice, large, new church building. And they had done all of it in less than 2 years. Oh, maybe 1 year. Yeah. So he said, now you can come. But I'm not coming back. First sit down, you're scaring the guests. But now, brethren, to be that kind of business, that's in many markets, that's across many borders, that's doing that kind of thing. We can't do it if we fail with the finances. Yes. If the money doesn't money, some people say the money is not moneying. If the money thing don't work, nothing else is going to work. At least in business, I come from church world. In the church, you can obfuscate what people are not coming, but you can survive. Somehow. You can say they are growing spiritually. You can say they are few, but they are growing spiritually. Oh, in church? Oh, you haven't seen us. We have our language on how to dodge gross questions. Oh yes, that's where other people. Oh, they're online. They are growing spiritually. A little one. We always quote scriptures. Yeah, and when things get tough, you tap your sister or your brother. Man, help with my rent for the month. Things are not working. As I'm yeah, we're on it. We're on it. People will soon come. We'll have enough tithe to pay the rent. That's what we do in church. We help each other. But in business, have you ever seen that happen? No. Once you can't make profit, you're out. Yeah, there is no mercy. There is nothing like, my customers didn't come last month. Do you have a loose 2 million? It's not there. So that's the one beautiful thing about business. If it's not working, it's evident to everyone. You cannot hide it. Yeah. There's nothing like, no, you are not, there is a certain angle you're not seeing. It may not look like it's working, but there is a way in which it is working. No, and it's either the profit is there or you're out. Your landlord doesn't want to know. If the customer care is poor, the customers don't want to know. They don't give loyalty just because you're a Christian. Hey. So the money has to work. Now, God is not looking for successful business people. He's looking for faithful stewards. Success follows stewardship. You've heard Pastor Chris's story. Yeah. Many of us think success is luck. You get lucky, you succeed. No, success is not luck. Success is You practice the same principles consecutively. That's how you succeed. As you've heard, we are going to China. Are we going to China? Yes. Your neighbor didn't nod. They are planning to stay in Uganda. That plane that's taking us, we will not get there by luck. There are scientific laws, principles, what Bernoulli's principle, law of lift versus gravity, what aerodynamics, burn rate of the fuel, everything is calculated. That's how you succeed and land in, what city will it be? Guangzhou. You land there by principles, not by luck. But here we are, you and, no, not you and I. Some the people who didn't come somewhere, they are running the business by luck. You think customers will come by luck? The people who get customers, they get them on purpose. And the people who don't get customers don't get them on purpose. So are you a faithful steward of the business you've been given? Proverbs 24:3-4 says, through wisdom a house is built, and by understanding it is established. By knowledge the rooms are filled with all precious and pleasant riches. You've heard things like house of Manji, house of this, house. It is built through wisdom. Your business will be built through wisdom, not luck. Not luck. You don't get lucky. You become wise. Lady luck is unpredictable. Wisdom is predictable. There are predictable ways in which you gain wisdom, in which you grow in wisdom. It's all available. That's why books are written. Every day new books are coming out. It's to help all of us become wiser and better stewards of whatever God has given us. Are we together? Yes. So, first throw out the luck card. Yeah, especially us Africans, we are so superstitious. Even Christians who should be operating by faith and wisdom and principle, we've chosen superstition and we call it faith. There is a difference between faith and superstition. Faith is a creative force that makes things that are not become available through the daily application of principles. Superstition is a way of explaining away the success that should have been here today, but we don't see it. And so we say, someone is bewitching us. Okay. Point 1. Biblical wisdom for business finances. Point 1 is separation. Separate your money from your business money. Poke your neighbor. Elbow them. Tell them, neighbor, have you separated your money from your business's money? Or if I check your mobile money number, your personal one, it has business money on it. Does your mobile money have business money on it? Is there business money in your wallet? Is there business money in your drawer at home next to your bed? What is it doing there? Is there business money on your personal bank account? Elder Claire, we've said this, I know for you to know the case. We've said these things many years, but Banange, people don't hear. I mean, I'm a pastor. If I mixed church money with my personal money, would you keep on tithing happily? Would you give offerings? Would you keep coming to this church?
Not at all.
Now, why do you think that the business and you are one? What's your name? Say it loudly. You have one name only? Rebecca and Subuga. Is your business called Rebecca and Subuga? Okay. Are they two different entities? They are two different entities. What's your name? David Waholi, stand up, sir. This is a pastor. Is Rebecca and Subuga free to start getting into David Waholi's wallet and starting to spend his money? Why? They are different entities. Please sit down. I know both of you, but I was just trying to illustrate. Because they are different entities, one is not free to just move the hand into the other's bag, remove and spend. But that's what we do to our businesses. In fact, on the look of things, the one being cheated is the business. Because they say, I put money in my money when we started. Okay, you should have done it as a director's loan. We should have known how much it is, what's the interest rate, the business should pay back, and once they've finished paying back, you stop stealing. Are you seated next to a thief? Are we together? Stewardship. You started it, but you are not it. Just because you started it doesn't mean you're it. You are saying, this business is my child. Okay, granted, the business is your child. The child has grown up. Do you just go to your children's account and withdraw their money and use it? You may find you're seated there looking very respectable, but you are an armed robber, robbing your business mercilessly. You are armed with a pen, signing checks to yourself. Armed robber, armed with a pen. Wow. Are we together? Separation. One of the quickest ways to destroy a business is to treat its bank account as your personal wallet. The business is its own financial entity. 1 Samuel chapter 2 verse 12 to 17, if you may. Everything I'm going to teach is from the Bible, and it's going to bless you whether you believe it or not. Now the sons of Eli, we are reading together, were corrupt. They did not know the Lord. Corruption hasn't just started. It started in the Bible. By the way, if the Bible was made up, it wouldn't have had such stories. Yeah. That's how you know it's true, because all the ugly stuff is in there. God is not trying to hide anything. The sons of Eli were corrupt. And the priest's custom with the people was that when any man offered the sacrifice, the priest's servant would come with a 3-pronged flesh hook in his hand while the meat was boiling. Then he would thrust it into the pan or kettle or cauldron or pot, and the priest would take for himself all that the flesh hook brought up. So they did in Shiloh to all the Israelites who came there. Also, before they burned the fat, the priest's servant would come and say to the man who sacrificed, give meat for roasting the priest, for he will not take boiled meat from you, but raw. And if the man said to him, they should really burn the fat first, then you may take as much as your heart desires. He would then answer him, no, but you must give it now. If not, I will take it by. Therefore, the sin of the young men was very great before the Lord, for men abhorred the offering of the Lord. Now go back to verse 13, but NLT, because I'm seeing that some people, the longer we read cauldron, pot, what, they are like, what's this? NLT from verse 13. Whenever anyone offered a sacrifice, Eli's sons would send over a servant with a 3-pronged fork, while the meat was of the sacrifice animal was still boiling. The customers have just paid like this. For what? What do you sell? Before the money is banked, before it is registered, before you've delivered, you take off and send for fish. Lunchtime you want to eat fresh fish and rice. All food. Off the business. Before it has settled. Next verse. The servant would stick the fork into the pot. Are you seeing how you're doing it in your business? And demand that whatever it brought up be given to Eli's sons. You just check you open the drawer or the mobile money of the business. Because your wife has called you saying Yaka is off at home. Like, hold me. Yaka is off in my home. Just get the mobile phone of the mobile money of the business and you send. You buy Yaka. What are you doing? You're putting the 3-pronged. It doesn't miss. All the Israelites who came up to worship at Shiloh were treated this way. Next. Sometimes the servant would come even before the animal's fat had been burned on the altar. He would demand raw meat before it has been boiled so that it could be used for roasting. The man offering the sacrifice might reply, take as much as you want, but the fat must first be burned. Because those, if you are not a Christian, what happened is that they had to first burn the fat to the Lord, to the sweet smelling savor. Then the priests will get everything that's left for themselves. But these guys are like, no. No. We want fresh before banking. Before paying the suppliers, before tithing. Wow. Now, if you are getting annoyed, you are the one I'm talking to. Don't worry, all these people who look happy, they were once annoyed in this class. Yeah. Very. Yeah. After about 3 years, the annoyance has turned to joy because they repented. So if you are annoyed, don't worry. I expected you. I came knowing you are coming. Especially online. But then the servant will demand, no, give it to me now, or I will take it by force. After all, you're the MD. When you're the priest, because they were the priests, they could enforce it because they were in charge of the temple. Do you know why you enforce your way and use the business money? Because you are the founder. Founder's syndrome. Do you think because you're the founder, you can do whatever you want with the church's money or the business money? Yes. It's too much, eh? Should I reduce the pressure? Oh, yes. All know those people you admire, you buy magazines, Forbes, which are the other ones? Forbes. Fortune. Do you think they all run their finances the way you run yours? No. Yeah, you can't have $1 trillion in a drawer. Or $1 billion. You see, now they got there by putting their house in order, separating, knowing what it was SpaceX that was put on the stock market. It wasn't Elon Musk being put on the stock market. It was SpaceX. It wasn't Musk. Musk and Sons. And he has many. Verse 17. So the sin of these young men, the sin of these founders is very serious in the Lord's sight. For they treated the Lord's offerings with contempt. For they have treated the Lord's business with contempt. You say, Lord, we thank you, this business is yours. Oh, is it? If it is his, show it in the way you treat the money. Eli's sons failed because they never distinguished between the business, God's portion, and their portion. So, you must distinguish between personal finances and business finances. Family expenses and business expenses. They can't be the same. Are we together? So what should you do? Pay yourself a salary. Or structured owners pay. Structured. It can't be that anytime you feel broke, you want to fly. Now we are going to China. The business can fly you there legally, by the way. Yeah. And it should. In fact, we want to see businesses paying for their founders to go to China. But it has to be structured. It has to be done properly. Are we together? So don't randomly withdraw from the money from the business. Here's a principle. If you cannot separate ownership, you cannot build wealth. If you cannot separate ownership, you cannot build wealth. By the grace of God, I'm the pastor here, and I learned that principle early on, from the start. Yeah, I've never mixed my money with worship harvest money. Never. Even in the days when I was down to nothing, I didn't say, the church must take care of the man of God. No. No. I remember when we were building, I had to take a salary loan. Yeah, every time to build. Even before we were building, I used to take a salary loan to pay rent. And then I would pay back in installments. Even though I was a pastor, I couldn't just get church money to pay my personal rent. Yeah, I used to pay, because where I was staying, they had structured the rent in such a way, if you pay 1 month, you pay 850,000. If you pay 3 months, you pay 750,000. If you pay 6 months, you pay 700,000. I said I'll go for 3 months. 3 months. Now wait. was something like that, either 750, 700, 650, around there. So I used to borrow and pay. Those before I gave fast fruit, so my finances were not running very fast. When you give fast fruits, your finances start running fast. So even just rent, I used to borrow. I used to take officially, signed by the financial controller. Today we don't have many of those problems. Why? Because we've been caused. Look, yeah. If as a pastor, if you support the church with your money, you can give it as an offering. Yeah. If you want to pay rent for the location, you pay. You can't say 5 years ago, when this location could not afford, I paid rent. If you add interest and fines, we'll just shush you out. We'll say, please, get out of here. We don't believe anything you're saying. Are we together? Or is the point too, like, couched in, it's clear? Your money and the business money are not the same. They shouldn't kiss each other. They shouldn't shake hands. They shouldn't give deep hugs. The best is just waving at each other. I see you there. Oh, I see you there. And that's it. They may be in the same bank, so they wave, but they don't contact. No contact. Are we together? Separation. This is the most difficult thing in this room right now, even though everyone is trying to give me the impression that the problem doesn't exist. Why do we pretend? Yeah, look, even when I talk to pastors, they still have this problem. You would think in church people would fear more. And say, wait, this offering is God's money. Yeah, thunder might come. People are courageous. Somehow they manage to do it and I fear. Now, business. Man. Bruh. Point 2. I have a few points. Vision. Write this. Vision is primary. Provision is secondary. Vision is primary. Provision is secondary. We are talking about biblical wisdom for business finances. We are doing this on the assumption that you want to run a multi-million in USD, many multi-million business or consortium of businesses. And you're not going to do it. Yeah. Money is not the vision. Money serves the vision. God finances purpose, not greed. Habakkuk 2:2, the Lord answered and said, write the vision and make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. Where there is no revelation, the people cast off restraint. Proverbs 29:18. But happy is he who keeps the law. Now, throughout Scripture, God gave the blueprint before he gave the budget. The budget follows a blueprint. I'm an architect. That's what I studied in school. Though I'm a pastor, I studied architecture. There are these drawings. The drawings are the sort of, they help give vision to the developer. Are we together? When you have a blueprint for a 2-room, 2-room, 2 rooms, 1, 2. Chisenge Diro. And a toilet outside. That is, the provision for that is different from a 10-storied structure. with thousands of square meters of floor space. It's different. Yeah. Provision is resources for the vision. So while we are here discussing money for businesses, you're only going to attract as much money as the vision you have. If your vision is personal survival, that's why you started a business. You were tired of your employer. You were tired of being told when to arrive. You were tired of submitting reports. You were tired of what else? Not being able to go to the village as and when you wanted. Huh? You had to ask for permission to go for burials. And you're a very important person in the clan. And so you said, I'm done with this. Let me start my own business. Be your own boss. Now, you can tell why things are the way they are. Huh? You can what? Why things are the way they are. Your vision is too small. Personal survival. Now you can buy a second-hand Japanese car. You no longer greet people. You have arrived. So Avia harassing you about go to another town, start another branch. You're like, oh no, Amanyichi. Does he know that now I can eat meat anytime? Some people think I'm speaking like a local man. Okay, let me speak like a local man because I know I'm speaking to some local people. They will not understand if I elevate the conversation. So now you can buy meat. My friend. Where is the global version of your vision? You know, Jesus told the disciples in Acts 1:8, you shall receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you. And you shall be witnesses to me in Jerusalem, that's your immediate city. All Judea, that's the surrounding region or country, people of the same culture and language, and they click you. Samaria, that's like now in the region. You've gone beyond the border of people who really understand you easily. Now you're in Congo. Now you're in Kenya. Now people are speaking Swahili. You came from the country where people thought Swahili is a military language, so they refused to learn it. The only Swahili you know is Hakuna Matata. Paka chini. And then ends of the earth, that's global. You know, friends, look, at least to prove a point, if for nothing else, to prove a point that God exists, open your business in Kenya here, just Kenya. Yeah. We're all British colonies. The laws are that they drive on the left. Yeah, and it's easy to make friends. There is even worship harvest there, so you have somewhere to start. But to prove the point, me, I'm waiting. Prove? Yeah, just to prove a point. I'm not asking for much. I haven't talked about South Africa. They chased us. Yeah. Xenophobia. No, Kenya, they haven't chased us. I want to go to Kenya, and when a Kenyan disciple calls me telling me, Apmo, my tooth is hurting, I say, go to Port Clinic, it's on such and such street in Nairobi. Yeah, Koinange Street. Yeah, sit down, because I think I speak in euphemism, so people don't be getting it. So now I'm being, granular. I'm even naming certain brands. If someone calls me and says, here the cockroaches, mosquitoes, I said, no. That and Bragan is there on Moy Avenue. They have a branch in Lavington. No matter, just clap for them. They're in Rwanda and Ghana. Ghana to Chario Obame. Yeah, at least we can say we are an international business in the group. My rich friend, what's going on? Shina, hey, Butella. The Kenyan women don't do nails. Harvest International School. There they don't study. There's no Cambridge. Look, vision. So, you say you want a private jet to go where? To Kawempe. Where are you going with your private jet? Vision. You see, I told you the other pastor, he decided not to come back until he had built. So also you, if you don't come back, I will know you are working on something. You'll be like, I opened a branch in Tanzania. Sit down. Okay, Mbarara. There's money there. There's Arua, Lira. Those are big cities with purchasing power. Why isn't your brand there? Why is it that the only time they hear about people from Kampala is on funerals when you are being served food first? You go up country, they serve you food first. You have a special tent and funerals. Why isn't your business there to also serve the people? Abe Kampala. Bebasoka kumere kurumbe. Na business zabwe zizemedde Kampala tezituuka yeeyo kye kigenda maaso. The guys at the back in this section look very unhappy. I'm just trying to sit down. Noah received the ark design, and then the resources came. Moses received the tabernacle design, and the resources came. Solomon received the temple design, and the resources came. You will get the resources based on the design. First come. I was asking this young lady, she runs a salon. Is it called a salon? Or is there a funkier name?
A beauty parlor.
A beauty parlor. And I was asking her how many customers come through a week. And she said one.
Between 35 to 45.
35 to 45, which is, average is 40. How much do they spend each on average?
120,000 on average.
120,000 times 40 is about 4.8 million. Yeah, that's revenue. She has to pay rent. She has to pay workers. How many people do you employ?
10.
You see? So I told her, Greater Kampala, I used to say it, but the census proved it. Kampala Metro has 7 million people. Let's assume half of those are women, female. That's 3.5 million. Let's assume half of those are children. That's 1.7 million. And let's assume of the 1.7 million, 700,000 prefer natural hair. Eh? Or they have no hair, which is very rare. Very rare. I mean, I very rarely find a woman who hasn't done her hair. It's almost like expected. Okay? Some are in school, what? So let's remain with 1 million. Then I asked her, of those 1 million, this is one they compare, you're not going to disturb anyone. What percentage, if they knew about hair glam, if they knew about hair glam and they knew the kind of services you offer and how really good you are, what percentage of that would you want? Do you think you can attract? What percentage did you tell me?
I say that tithe.
A tithe. 10%. That's 100,000. Now, they don't go every week. How often do they come, on average?
In about 4 weeks, they come back after.
So monthly. So divide by 4, because the month has 4 weeks, for those who are wondering. That's 25,000. Okay. Let's assume she's being too ambitious. We are going to give her 1% instead of 10%. 2,500 customers. The first thing that you realize is they can't all be coming to one store. If 40 people are being served in one store, 2,500 by 40 is 62. So you need 60 hair glam branches around Kampala alone. And the 2,500 times how much are they spending on average? 120. Let's say you even put some incentives. Okay, anyway, 120,000 is 300 million a week.
Amen.
300 million a week. 1%. I'm not talking 10%. I'm not talking about domination. Domination starts at 16%. That's the tipping point, according to Malcolm Gladwell. That's when you're starting to really shake the industry. I'm talking 1%. 300 million a week, 1.2 billion a month. If I was still a business coach, she would have hired me and I would have made it happen, but I'm no longer. But I can mentor. Mentors are not for hire. Because I'm talking about a product. You're not convincing people. No, they already do it. Yes. They're probably doing it in some noisy place, some smoking place. All you have to do is progressively improve the environment, the access, the service, and that's it, to get 1%. Here. So what's your 1% in your business? In Kampala alone, we haven't gone to Jinja, Nairobi, Lusaka. That's vision. You don't like it? So why are you going quiet on me? Is it the 1% is causing mathematical challenges? Just think about it. People eat every day. People don't like fasting. People eat every day. That's a market. People don't walk around naked. They wear clothing. And some people, they don't like wearing the same thing twice. That's a market. People do hair every month. That's a market. Shoes wear out. That's a market. I mean, whichever way you look at it, your business is small because you've chosen it to be small. You've decided. Or you try to expand once they slapped you. You made a big loss, you retreated. Oh, gosh. I remember one time we were so excited, we had started to grow. We had, I think, 3 locations. We tried to plant a church in Mubende. It should have been our location number 4 or something like that. That experience slapped us. I will not even go into the details. Expanding without clear processes. You're excited. You haven't drilled down the processes. What does a person do when they get there? What? Oh, it was bad. It was double bad. Triple bad. So bad. Yeah, since we're online and on public platform, I cannot say everything. And then we recovered after we had tied our hats with ropes. We planted a couple more. And one time when we were about 5, 6, or 7 locations, was it? We tried to adopt a church. We thought this church here will do very well as a worship service location if they are open to it, because we loved them dearly. And we could see the struggles. And we're like, these struggles, we can deal with them. That slap, the marks are still here on the face. So maybe you try to open a branch. You had to cut it. You're like, this thing is going to be the death of us. The remaining months, let the landlord eat the money. We are pull back the equipment, bring back the staff, fire the rest. What? What was that? Meanwhile, you had dreams of being a franchise. You could see yourself in Asia. with Koreans wearing your logo and uniform. People speaking Japanese, but they are selling your brand. What a feeling. One slap, you retreated, you are like, Unze. If I can't see it, you want to arrive at the workplace, you can see everyone. Everyone is being tracked. You are like, we are all here until 5. You sign in, you sign out. Really, it's time to try again. It's time. Yeah. Rebecca, Hair Glam needs to go to the other side of the city. When you are still young. Yeah, when you're young and you get slaps, you get up, you pick yourself up, you throw one punch back and say, Jakukuma. Yeah. But if you try when you're older and they wallop you 1, 2, 3, you just say, look, abana bali zimba. Like this one. Yeah, our generation started. Yeah, the next generation will multiply. Yeah. Pastor Mark. Special airport transfer. Guangzhou. We find your logo there in Nairobi, JKIA. Yeah, I mean, what's it going to take? Guys, set aside a small part of your budget for risk. Yeah, just say this money, we can afford to lose it. And then do the experiment. Don't bet the farm. Don't say, we are going all in. No, all in. The first surgery you should have shouldn't be a brain one. Or a heart one. It should be something peripheral, cutting off nails, what. Are we together? So, I think that's a good approach. You set aside some little money and say, this is going to be our attempt to break the curse. The curse. Yeah. In America, in 1906, there was a big revival in Los Angeles at Azusa Street, led by a black man. His name was William Seymour. God used him to unleash the biggest revival in the history of the church ever. Yeah. People getting filled by the Holy Spirit and going all over the world. And out of that revival, 2 Christian movements emerged. Many emerged, but 2 dominant ones. One led by people of a certain color, and one led by people of a certain color. All of them from the same country, America. So it's not like others, they grew up in a different area, they were eating cassava while the others were eating what's that thing you like? Steak. No, it's not like these ones are on cassava and beans, these ones on steak. No, they were all eating the same thing. They were in the same environment, same nation, same laws, everything the same. One denomination, led by people of a certain color, went to the whole world, literally, the whole world. In Uganda alone, they have over 5,000 churches, that denomination that came out of Azusa Street, led by certain people of a certain color. In Uganda alone, they have over 5,000 churches. And it's not one of their biggest. Yeah. Now, another denomination that came up at the same time, in fact, they were together and they just went separate ways. One of a certain color, one of a certain other color. They are only in America. They are only in America. They are still they are still a great church, great denomination, but it's only in America. Same root, the same root, Azusa. Someone should pinch her. The same root. Please listen to me. Same root, same anointing, same grace, same country, same systems, same upbringing, education, etc. One went to the whole world, one stayed within the same country, actually mostly within one state. Different colors. The color you're wearing, if you're not careful, the color you're wearing, if you're not careful. Now I'm speaking to you honestly. I'm not into politics. If you're not careful, you may not even know that something mysterious has wired you to be satisfied to remain in that same place like that goat seller I was talking about. While people of less intellect than you, less education than you, less everything than you, are going all over the world. And you're stuck in one place. Because you will not even allow to think about it. That why are we stuck here? Vision. Point 3. Is this helping anyone? Biblical wisdom for business finances. What was the first one? Are you seated next to a thief? How do you know? Look, we may check your mobile money. It has business money on it. Imagine the chief administrative officer of a district looks at the district accounts. And the wife calls him and says the children have been sent from school. And he orders the district accountant and cashier to give him an envelope from the government coffers to pay for fees. How do you like that picture? You don't like it? But while you're judging him, haven't you done the same in your business? You're going to say, but the other one is government institution. Yours is not an institution. Number 3, process. Some people are like, hurry up, why are you stuck on that point also? So the principle, if I didn't say it, provision follows vision. Provision follows vision. A person building a pit latrine is not going to get the same amount of money as a person building a skyscraper. By the way, here's the fun part. When people are building a skyscraper, you may find that the site manager is richer than the owner of the pit latrine. When the pit latrine project, you are the owner. You may find that on a skyscraper project, the guy operating the crane is richer than the toilet owner. So it's not about owning, it's about the vision. This part I didn't hope to reach here because I think they will think I didn't hope to reach here. I had actually gone to point 3, but let me come back. Your desire to own 100% of the business between you and your wife is the reason you're still small and you're going to fly economy class to China. These guys on the second row, they're understanding me. Should I say it again? John Maxwell said, 1 is too small a number to achieve greatness. Banange, munandogeza olusoga. Why? What's wrong with you? Why do you think you must own 100%? 100% of 5 million shillings is much smaller than 10% of 100 billion. Okay, 1% of 100 billion. Okay, 10 billion. Yeah. 1% of 10 billion is 100 million. Is higher than 100% of 5 million. Now you get off etikuta. Sorry, we are global. The thing that you die with is it must be me and her. Kakati, you think you are Noah? You're going to live 900 years. By the time you're trying to devolve the business to more people, you are out of time. You have no successors. But you cared more about 100% ownership than the vision. Many of you, your business by now, you would be all over the world. I'm telling you. Because you probably even have shareholders who can get you into certain countries. Because they own and they want the business in their country. Because you're a good business, you're profitable, your vision makes sense, it works. But you're like, hey, myself, me and her. You and her, you live in the same bedroom. Where is the thing going? Where is the thing going? Why don't you have British shareholders, partners? Don't you think if you had British partners, they'd try to get you into Britain or other places? You know, one of the things Donald Trump used to do when he was a young businessman, he has a very good book called The Art of the Deal. You should read it before he got into politics. Politics seems to have spoiled his brand. But he would go to borrow massive amounts of money from the bank, and he would go with 2 older men who would be like his associates. So the bank would trust him because of these guys. Because he was too young to be borrowing that amount of money. But he always had these older associates he hired. Yeah, they worked for him. It's not like he got them off the street. No, they worked for him, but he made sure they were there in all the important discussions and deals. They would just trust and say, man, these are respectable people. But here you always present yourself with your wife. And you are both 20-something. And you want the bank to give you $3 million. You're a risk. Stop caring too much about the percentage you own. Care more about the value of the business and the vision. Please, I beg you, BLN people, this is my 4th year of begging you to do this thing. You know worship services in many countries. Because I'm Ugandan, do you think I'm an official signatory to the documents in those countries? I'm not. I'm not. Legally, I'm not known there. But I'm not going to say because I can't sign the checks, I will not open worship harvest there. That's obwo n'oluganda terujja kukola bulungi. Yeah. Yes, I care about the vision. I'm like, find people who people in the nation. Let them drive the vision. It's not about Moses Mukisa. You think you're in control? Look, you're not in control of anything, my friend. Yeah, you're just deluded. You know, Judy's running a small part of a big thing. But that small part of a big thing is bigger than many people here. You're running the whole small thing. Do you know silverfish? Mukene. Mukene, have you heard of mukene? Silverfish. A kilogram of Nile pouch. A Nile pouch can weigh 100 kilograms. A kilogram of Nile pouch is 1% of the fish. It will feed a whole family, while the whole 100% of mukene will not satisfy even one person. So, would you rather have a kilogram of Nile patch or it's like saying they're giving us just 1 kilogram of the whole cow to make soup. Me, I like the whole animal, so I'll eat a rat. I'm trying to fight the mentality that you must have the whole thing. It's like preferring a rat because it comes with all the tail and the legs than a cow, like a kilogram of beef, because you're like, where is the other part of the cow? So it irritates you to eat 1 kilogram of beef because it's a part. You prefer the rat because you want everything, including the intestines. I'm trying to reveal your thinking to you so you can change it, because I've tried so much and it hasn't worked up to now. People are hell-bent on 100% ownership. No matter what it costs you. It's costing you the future. It's costing the nation. It's costing the next generation. It's costing the continent. Sit down. I think I'm going to stop talking to people who own 100% of their businesses. Yeah. You come, you own, I don't talk to you. You say, up my brought you, I said, take it. Don't give it to me. Yeah. Because you're determined to ruin all of us. You see, once you bring in other people, you have to behave. Yeah, you can't do the things of just picking money from the business to yourself. Other partners will ask, where did this money go? Yeah, do you know why they can't ask? Because you're alone. You are the one. You are the board, you are the CEO, you are the CFO, and you're the cashier. You are also the social media manager. Now, is it always funky to have other people on board? Not always. Sometimes it's terrible. It's painful. It's painful, especially when people choose to leave. But it's worth the risk, I think. I tell you, you'll never become great as a monolithic organization. You'll never. God hasn't designed the world to work like that. That's why there are many animals, not one huge animal running around and giving. We keep cutting off meat to eat and then it grows back. No. Okay. Process. Build the system before the money arrives. Many people pray for increase. God often waits for structure. For each of you intending to build a tower, Luke 14:28, does not sit down first and count the cost, whether he has enough to finish it. If you don't build systems before prosperity arrives, it will destroy you. Without systems, more money simply creates bigger losses. Principle, God rarely blesses chaos. Now, the River Nile is a water system that conveys water from Lake Victoria all the way to the Mediterranean Sea. And as my biology teacher used to say, there is no hurry in Africa. Otherwise, the River Nile would have poured in the Indian Ocean. It's a joke. We need to hurry up. Now, that it's there. Now, that same River Nile, if it is diverted through your compound, it will not be a blessing. It will become a curse. Do you know why? Your compound is not designed to hold that volume of water. If it came through your village, all the houses will be gone. It's not designed to hold that volume of water. It will become what they call a flood. A flood is not a good thing. Water is a good thing. A flood is a dangerous thing. Money is a good thing. A flood of money in an unstructured institution is disaster. The reason some of your businesses still exist today is because there is certain money that has never come there. Yeah, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. That's why even on mobile money, they limit how much you can receive and transact and keep. Yeah. Because imagine you're seated here and $2 million comes on your mobile money. First of all, the class is ended for you. You finished. Did I say $2 million? No, 200 million shillings. Let's deal with manageable figures. Because when I say $2 million, you're glazing over like, I don't recognize it. Like my brain does not recognize what you're saying. What's that? Are you understanding? There is certain amount of money, if it came to your business today, some of you, you will fall out with your business associate. You will make lifelong enemies. The business will close. Yes. You will not open next week. The customers will come back to be served. You have closed. Why? You are arguing over the money that just came because you are used to having about 1 million shillings come in a week. And then suddenly 500 million came. When you get 1 million a week, that's 52 million a year. Money worth 10 years came. You are like, why are we working? You start fighting. You stop serving the product or the service. You go to court. Disagreements erupt. Don't disagreements erupt over money in business? Not much money. How about when a lot comes? Do you know why? Because you don't have systems. How much money can your current system handle? and it keeps functioning. Yeah. Because we don't think about it. But everything has a limit. Yeah. How much money can your personal, financial, internal system handle without losing your marriage? Hey, you make a certain amount of money, before you know it, the wife is waiting for you, don't come back. You are wondering, Genda Kulanti. And to figure out how to eat this money. Finished, gone. Huh? How much money can you handle without stopping to serve God? You look at your income and say, this level of income, how would I be in the choir? How can I be on guest experience? This is too much money to clap my hands during praise and worship. The money is too, the hands are heavy. When I say lift up your hands, it's too much. Hey, what a shock. Tithe is too much. At what point do you start saying, no, wait, God? 10%? No. You mean you want 10% of this? At how much money do you feel like now is taking too much? This is. Yeah. You were happy to pay corporate tax when it was 100 million. 30 M, just write their check. Let's forget it. Now it's 10 billion. You mean I'm going to give them a whole 3 billion? What are they going to use it for? What services am I getting? The road to my house is not paved. Look, you're suffering from a system issue. Yeah, your system is not designed to receive that volume of money. Yeah. Do you know that if you had, say, an investor or a business partner or something, and they wire a certain amount of money to your account in Uganda, the government has to be involved. Yeah, they'll first mute your account. Yeah, it's not even about, even if you clarify, because a certain amount can create inflation, can destabilize the economy. Remember how you were in school? In secondary school? Huh? If you showed up with a certain amount of pocket, you can destabilize the school economy. The canteens, word supply chain of the canteen versus the mess, the dining hall. There can be a problem there. Isaac, Abimelech, the king of those guys, told him, you please move further away. You're too wealthy for us. Your wealth is too much. It's affecting us negatively. And they had to move. You're mightier than we. Go away from us. Yes. Abimelech's economic system could not live side by side with Isaac's wealth. It was too much. It was distorting things. Are you understanding something? I'm trying, because when I teach this particular point, people don't see the point many times. They're like, no, you just money, just send it. Really? Oh, you wish. Try and give your child in P2 100,000. Now you know what I'm talking about. Build systems, budgets, approval systems, invoices, receipts, payroll systems, monthly reviews, financial statements, internal controls. At how much do you, who approves at what level? All those are systems. Audits, policies. Or are you the CEO and you must approve even 200 shillings? So there is no distribution of responsibility. Everything comes to your desk. Now you don't have room for vision. Now you're tied down to approving. This 10K. Please. There has to be layers of approval. Like, at this amount, just do it. Yeah. Spend it. Am I making sense? There are certain amounts that shouldn't be spent without board approval. Yeah, it can't be one person's decision to bet 20%, 30% of the company's net worth on a purchase or something. Or to borrow a certain amount. It can't be one person. At a certain level, the board must be involved. At a certain level, the executive team. At a certain level, department head. At a certain level, that mid-level manager. At a certain level, yeah. In Worship Harvest, when we collect money, 30% of it remains at the location. Yeah. The location pastor is free to spend that money whichever way they deem fit. I don't need to be involved. Otherwise, we will not work. Every week we are approving money. Yeah, we used to have 3-hour meetings every Tuesday. Approvals. Terrible. It was the worst meeting of the week. They said, wait. How much do we spend on HR? About this percentage. Let's start banking it every week. How much do we spend on this percentage? How much do we give out? 10%. Create an account for it. That's systemization. No, so no headaches. This percentage is for human resource expenses. So once the money comes in, that percentage goes on that account run by region overseers. It's up to the region overseer to decide, this is what I have. This is how much I can pay in salaries. This is the number of people I can afford. I don't want to know. If the location pastor chooses to buy balloons instead of paying rent, when they get an eviction notice, they cannot bring it to me. I will look at you and say, hey, Charlie, you collect money every week. You chose balloons. And balloons here can mean anything. All those are systems. They remove the headache. So it doesn't matter how much money comes. It's already pre-decided where it will go. And point 4 is storehouses, because the processes work with storehouses. In Deuteronomy, they talk about the storehouse principle. It says, I'll what? Bless you in all your... The Lord will command a blessing on you in your storehouses. Storehouses used to be where when people collect all the grain, they keep it there and they use little by little until the next harvest. So today's storehouse would be something like an account. When your customer pays, it's not the time to use all the money. It goes to an account from which it is spent. Are we together? Every shilling should have an assignment before it arrives. Money should never decide where to go after it arrives. Its destination should already be known. So every shilling we collect in church, there is a percentage for going out to other ministries. There is a percentage for running central operations. There is a percentage for investment and buildings. There is a percentage for operations at the location. There is a percentage for human resource. Yours is a business, it's different. And all these percentages must be a separate account. Have you worked out your tax? What percentage of all your revenue is tax? Do you have an account? Or you're waiting for an email from that old building in Nakawa? Depending on your business, what percentage of all your revenue is for suppliers? Do you have an account? There used to be 2 mega supermarkets that had branches in Kampala and other parts of Uganda. They no longer exist. Why? They ran out of money to pay suppliers. Meanwhile, they were making money every day. Every day they were selling, but they were closed. Why? They ran out of blood, cash flow. If only they had a supplier's account on which they banked money every day as a percentage of the revenue, they would still be around. Do you have a profit account? Or do you wait to find out? Are you suffering from entrepreneurial poverty? You pay everyone else first, and then you and your wife, since you are a 2-man-owned company, you are borrowing from your cousin. It's too close. So create separate accounts. Do you know how Joseph saved Egypt? He said, let's put aside a fifth, 20% of all the grain in the years of plenty. It will take care of us in the years of scarcity. Do you have that system? How did Abraham know what to give Melchizedek? He had already set it apart, 10%. It's called a storehouse principle. Abraham could easily give Melchizedek 10% because he knew what it was. And by the way, the first instance of tithe in the Bible is Abraham tithing to Melchizedek. And it was a corporate tithe, it wasn't a personal tithe because he hadn't yet paid the guys who went fighting. He tithed first, then whatever was left, they gave the people who went to fighting, and then this king of Sodom was also given his. So do you have a tax account? Do you have a kingdom account for tithing? Do you have a savings and investment account? That's the money that remains in the business, that belongs to the business. Do you have an operating expenses account? It could be suppliers. Do you have a human resource payroll account? Every respectable business hires people. You can't keep explaining to people why they are not going to be paid. They will leave. So you must have an account just for paying salaries. You can have an emergency reserve account. You can have a profit account. Why are you looking funny? These things have been taught before. I thought by now you're running all these accounts. He says the Lord will command blessing on you in. So when you run one storehouse, but why do you want a hard life? I'm trying to interest you in, this was our life here. Very hard. We would meet every Tuesday, 3 hours, arguing about who is taking what. And finish it every week. Then the last week would come. Then realize now we have to pay salaries. But we've been wiping out every week. So you first pay a few people. The more senior you are, the later your salary comes. Wow. It's just storehouses. Are you understanding? And your salary account should have a lot of buffer and operations to say, what happens if we don't make money for about 2 months or 3? Can we keep the people? Bill Gates, when he just started Microsoft, his whole deal was to have enough money to pay salaries for a whole year if they didn't make any money. And he did it. After I read it, I decided we would have enough money to pay salaries for at least 6 months. Yes. And when COVID came, we had enough salaries for at least 6 months. No, actually, we had enough salaries for a whole year. Yeah, when COVID came. I had a salary account with enough money to pay everyone for a whole year. And then I later distributed that role to the very important people in the ministry to say, now let's divide into regions and what you also now start paying. So they thought I would give them my money for them to start. Aren't you collecting money every week? That's also what, and then pay. It's not complicated, is it? First stand a minute. Just let the blood flow. Are you understanding it? Turn to your neighbor and share one or two things that you're learning so far that you think you can apply